Oh, now?
Yeah, now.
Oh, okay. Today's what now? Ready?
Yep.
Okay. Line. Today's Captain's Blog is brought to you with a generous grant from Luke the Mad Ginger O'Rourke. Today's Captain's Blog is brought to you by a generous grant from Luke the Mad Ginger O'Rourke.
Round, and then it goes underneath here, we can't see it. What do we have to move to get to it?
Okay, let's move.
When I get over here, what do you have to move?
Oh, wait a minute. These.
What if you do that? Does that let it come?
Yeah.
There's one.
Yeah, and it was a lot of work.
Let's put them together.
Figuring it out, like how although she's the like 10:30
The other side.
till like she's like
The other side of that board.
Yeah, so how do I work this piece?
yeah. So we had a
Oh, here,
week
Elliot. See this? Unhook this
unfortunately
piece.
it was like the week after Christmas, so like
Yeah, I didn't realize how fast
Christmas
those
Day I was already
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one too? Okay, look. Well, you probably break it and do like that. This part of it.
So she goes to my parents' house. She's a lot at work. So that's my
Oh, that's like, before you worry about that, let's like clamp this. See, there's the clamp here, she
like
the wires
right
go
now, so she's like,
down there. Yeah, okay. Is this loose now? Is this loose?
What do you have left? So I think you have some things left you can take out.
Okay, Elliot. Disgusting!
Yeah, and I think
Oh, that's not disgusting. That's a sweet.
What do you need?
you might not have gotten promoted.
Maybe give some other things to take out. Okay, one piece off. Well done.
What you doing? What you doing?
Having fun!
Yeah?
Taking shit apart.
Cool. What do you got?
Sheets of glass in there.
Sheets? No, throw that away.
Yep.
Hi there guys, welcome to today's Captain's Blog. It's 13:42 hours on Thursday, January 4th, 2017. And Batman's taking things apart with the team. You having fun?
So much.
This is looking like progress.
Sure.
How you doing, Joey?
I'm doing
What you got going on?
a lot of glass.
Are those white pieces ceramic?
This ceramic-y foam.
Ceramic-y foam?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. You can't like poke into
It's
it.
refractory foam. We want that. Save that.
But the whole tube is glass. And there's like 6 glass rods going into each one.
The whole circular tube?
The whole tube inside of here, there's a big glass tube.
Really?
Which I don't know how we're getting that out, but...
Oh. We'll dig down to it. I'm
And
interested.
then there's like 2 unbroken, like 6-foot-long thermocouples over there.
Oh, wow.
On
Okay.
top of that table.
That's cool. I'm sure those were cheap to make. That was cheap to make.
All right.
this hardware's corroded up.
Oh yeah. Any of the stuff that's corroded, we're just gonna trash. Yeah. Yeah, it's from the acid.
And they're already the tedious hardware, the ones you're gonna get at an angle.
Yeah.
Let's rust them. Yeah, sure. All right, cool. Almost there though.
You're doing that the hard way. Go top down, outside in. From the top down, so get up there and work on that. Get those fans all disconnected. Okay. We don't
Top down.
top down. Yeah, outside in. It's such an easy to take apart machine. Quick, efficient process. It's only gonna take us 2 days. 2 days, I have the part, no problem. That was like a month and a half ago. Month and a half ago. That thing's gonna be there forever. I'm just gonna consider it a decorative architectural feature at this point. Oh, I hurt everywhere. Coffee guys here doing stuff, bringing life support for the masses.
I have a question.
Sure, what do you want to?
Okay, are you guys, how often are you guys running this,
What? The water thing on the end?
no, iced tea?
The iced tea thing? I have no idea. This is pretty much non-stop. That gets pretty regular use as far as I know.
Alright.
I can find out.
No, I mean, it's not a big deal.
Okay.
I don't know whoever installed it, I don't know if they gave you guys a cleaner for it.
I think a dude comes and cleans it every now and then.
What happens is that lemonade is nasty.
Yeah?
I mean,
Okay.
It's not nasty. you know,
It's nasty.
It's
nasty. Fuck it.
It builds up inside there, and what happens is it'll clog them lines, so you want to watch out for that.
Alright.
Alright.
Notify the front office.
Alright.
Fucking lines. Kill us all. Hey, talk to the coffee dude about the lemonade thing.
It's just not spitting out lemonade.
No, it's something with the, I don't know. Talk to the guy. He's a nice guy. He's cool. That guy right there. He needs to talk to you. I'll be back.
Hi guys, Dan here. We've got KDL back in the house tonight. They are working on tearing apart some computers. We've got some waivers working. Say hello to everyone.
Hello, everyone.
And welcome. Perfect. What are you tearing apart?
Well, we're assembling it back.
Oh, wow.
We already disassembled it. We got two. I don't remember what the second one went. You?
How's it coming over here?
It's going good. It's kind of like a puzzle.
Yeah, got for you? Goes down there?
Yeah, I'm doing this Lindsay because actually
How's it coming?
Good.
Good?
We've got extra plugs.
You shouldn't have more than you started off with. Normally we end with the same number of plugs.
I don't think we added any. Did you add any? No.
No? Didn't add any plugs?
Didn't add any plugs.
Huh.
I wish making a computer was easy.
How do we learn though?
That's right.
Mom.
Yeah, I was gonna email you like okay.
Anytime you get to do something you're not normally allowed to do, I think
Nice.
I've played with them a little bit.
yeah. Were you able to figure out how to get back together?
Yeah, I did that. I teared it out.
little levers here. So these, if I push these down,
What are you trying to accomplish here?
look at that. These are levers.
Oh,
Now use your finger muscles.
That white cord?
Don't yank on it
You
like
got it.
that.
Yeah.
You got it.
You might cut yourself. You gotta be gentle.
I can give you a hint. If it's supposed to come out, there's an easy way for it to come out.
Oh.
Right.
did I
That
get
means there
that?
might be a nearby button that you have to push to help it
You want your little
help
wiggly.
it get out.
I think they might be mounted. They're kind of mounted on the board.
More of these little ones. This is hard. Stop video cameraing us.
No, don't.
Yeah.
You're not my supervisor.
Seeing my struggle.
Eventually, but see, this has four. This is
See those go there.
They do. They go in that type of socket. But
But
Yeah, I know.
only 3 more.
wait, except these two, if these two are right next to each other, that means they're next to each other on here. For a short one and then a long one.
I've been trying.
I got that
Now, before you force it, make sure you look.
This one to the processor. Are we missing some? Because if that's say to 4, it might be under here. Because if that's 4 and 5, we got to have another one somewhere.
So if that doesn't fit, hold that down and look down and see if you have
Yep, you got to leave that in. That's your CMOS battery. It does all the programming.
Yeah, it's like the heart for the computer.
That's disk. Are we plugged in? No, that's a hard drive.
besides that one, right?
Disc here.
Oh, there's no more.
Well, these two obviously were right next to each other. All these three have to be close.
All right, now you got to push it all shut.
It's probably not
Yep, and then make sure the cord's out of the way. Push that one shut.
These were hooked up Sony.
Does it have a floppy?
I see some spots that looks like are connected.
That's a floppy disk. It doesn't actually plug in, I don't think.
Okay.
No, it doesn't have a floppy.
It was just one.
Yep. Push that one down, bud.
Spots down there on the board
Push this close.
that aren't connected yet.
Watch if that
Yep, those are for extra things that you can put on there. And you got to put your faceplate on.
Oh, now your face.
my head. Wait, what?
So it's that tight.
No, I know.
You got to put this side in first.
The portion's down.
Close the door.
It's kind of
Lodged in.
lodged in. That's a very good word, lodged. So, what else can we work on here?
Unless there's robots. Can the robots use that bathroom too?
They have their own bathroom downstairs.
You did a really good job taking this baby apart.
Eli, there's a secret.
Oh, have you guys been here?
Where is this secret? I'll show you.
This location, we've been here about 5 years.
right there.
We've been together as a group since 1994. We were founded down in Kalamazoo, so our move up here is fairly recent.
How have you been doing stuff with the KDL for a long time?
I don't know. I know our active programming with KDL is fairly recent. I think the actual KDL guys can answer that better than me. I'm fairly recent to the marketing team. So.
We can't figure out things.
It's Julie. We don't actually go to any.
This is our first.
There you go.
This week is our first
But you
stuff,
need
and
the power
then we're doing a bunch of
onto
stuff
here.
in the spring.
Well, I was really
This is the power
impressed
you can use
because
this
we
down
were
there.
playing at one of the like hands-on areas at
down there.
the
can
Cascade
pop the
branch.
hard
We
drive out
actually
and
live,
Okay.
not our
do this?
local branch. And she just said, hey, if he really likes this kind of thing, and she handed us one of the pamphlets.
Cool.
And we had never heard that before, so that's awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Good to hear.
so yeah,
So is this your first time visiting our location here?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Welcome.
No, I had no idea, and this was right up their alley, actually. Obviously. And they public works till 17, so I'll get
Oh, okay.
all one.
There you go.
Yeah. This is just right
Yeah. This is such a great place to just tear stuff apart. It's a really safe environment. And we scale that experience from kids tearing apart computers to we tear apart robots and cars, what have you.
I mean, this is
Press down.
Yeah. So a huge part of our mission is to remove barriers of access to technology and technology education. So that is everything from learning how computers work, tearing them apart, putting them together, to learning 3D printing or whatever that strange new technology is. We like to learn what it does and make cool stuff with it. And
so what was the woodworking that you guys did last night?
Last night?
You know what, that was probably at a woodworking?
Yep, yeah, woodworking was last night. So we made a little free library.
Oh, that's right. Free library last night. How did that go?
It went well. I have a picture here, I'll show you.
Yeah, because I wish we would have, that just didn't work out.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, we had a group come in and they took turns like drilling the screw bits in and drilling the holes, and we cut all the pieces for them, and then they kind of just assembled it using the plans. So yeah, it went well.
Remember how we had trouble getting it in?
So this is the sort of programming that we're trying to expand. We're in the middle of large expansion across all of our programming. This is a key piece of it. We want kids to understand these as machines that can be taken apart and put together and taught.
Do you go outside of this? Yeah. Do you go to schools or
Occasionally, we will do demonstrations off campus for us. All of the cool stuff, though, happens here.
Oh yeah, as it should.
Yes.
So yeah, we're partnering with them again in April. So we'll be doing an engineering.
Okay. I was just gonna say, I didn't know.
What's that?
Like this type of thing on their website or KDL.
Yeah.
I don't know, buddy. What did they say when they gave instructions?
She's blind, like strawberry blind.
You forgot?
Yeah, she's part of the KDL.
What was the big idea?
You can't take this out.
Okay.
This, I think.
Okay.
Did you give the instructions?
And you're not allowed to use like a screwdriver or anything? Okay. So then I would guess, do you need a screwdriver to take that off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I guess you don't have to take it off
And
then.
I'm thinking that maybe.
Yeah?
So I think that
Well, I know there's a screwdriver here. A screw here.
I took mine
Pulling
out.
this on.
Well, there you go.
My piece over here.
Well, I'd check with someone that knows a little bit more about this than me, but I think you're ready to put this back together.
Okay.
Yeah?
Oh.
Yeah.
Together?
Maybe.
I totally got.
Look at that. Back together.
Stop doing that!
You did a really good job, and I want people to see how good of a job you did. How are we coming over here, guys?
There you go, push that in place.
I'm having a bit of a problem with this.
Oh, yeah?
The chassis is just a little bit tweaked. Seat this power supply back in.
Trying to make sure none of the cords are something. Alright, this one goes into that. Is that hard drive into dark blue?
That is really impressive. Well done.
Good job, guys.
There you go.
Sweet. We're gonna actually, once they get some done, they're gonna plug them in, see if they work. We'll see. I don't think they knew whether they were working at first, but nonetheless.
I think this one was defective. So if it works now, she's a genius.
Well done. Well done. You're hired.
No, he did because he works with computers every day. Oh.
You guys stop pushing the thing. Just make sure you switch the little kid last time.
So maybe we can start a tour.
Okay.
We're done.
Okay. We're gonna do that, and then we'll like plug the computers.
We're done. What did Daddy show? It was press your fingers and
There you go. This is the way it goes. You want to see how and why?
Hey, which one's hard drive? White or blue?
This blue one right here. So it goes on that one. And then
Because they went here, the blue card fits here, and a green card fits here.
I didn't have it.
Okay? So what we're gonna do, well, I'll help you out. Okay? They kind of fit in there like they slip in there. That. Now try that with the green one.
I can't put it in together.
Let's see what's going on. Let's keep going.
Wait, can you help us?
Blue board in your hand. Well, I don't know about looking around. There's a thing here.
Hi guys, Dan here. We're taking a look now that the kids from KDL have finished reassembling their computers. We're plugging them in and seeing if they work.
Okay, now watch. This is how you hook it up to your monitor, the keyboard. Are you good?
And then these are the keyboard and the mouse.
Then either that works.
All right, we're all nice. And then we're going to grab this wire.
Don't pinch. Don't get pinched. Nope, we gotta have it come back up somehow. Because it's like it wants to go in.
Alright, so hold on.
There you go. So we're going to bring this and put it right here.
It's trying to get the
Okay, so this one.
Yeah, I'm holding the thing, Dad. Can you pull it out?
You see this blue one?
Can you pull this out?
We're going to put it right into that blue one, the dark blue. Just like that.
Pull it towards you.
Push. Perfect. This can actually, if I remember right, it can stay out. Okay, now this one.
Like if you do these pictures, you gotta have a big one.
Oh, yes,
You gotta have, yeah, big ones.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Line changes.
I don't know.
Push. All right. You forgot what time it is. Not a problem. Now we're going to get all these cords out of the way.
Where'd you guys get the computers?
Yeah, one of the local corporations donated them.
It was in there.
Really unnecessary.
I bet they can't do that.
We had some parts made.
Whoa!
We had some parts.
Tommy, did you have fun? Whoa, careful.
That's nothing new, that's okay.
Did you have fun?
Yes.
Can you introduce yourself for our TV audience? No?
Fine.
Okay.
My name is Kylie.
Girl, you're not shy.
This is Papa. This is Papa.
On your own 2 feet.
What did you learn tonight, Kylie?
I learned how to put together a computer.
Yeah, was it fun?
Yes.
Would you do it again?
Maybe.
Was it more fun taking it apart or putting it back together?
Taking it apart.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Also, it was fun when we went to the Harry Potter one that we did. The
Yeah?
Harry Potter library ones we did. We did that yesterday, and we were in this room. We got to tear down everything except the walls.
Nice. Nice. Did you like what you guys ended up making?
I hope it works.
Yeah?
Fingers crossed.
All right. We'll test it here in a minute, I'm sure. Stand by. I'm going to need you to read from a script next time. You're a new on-air talent.
No more fashion designers.
At home, your Wi-Fi goes through your router.
Yeah.
And the other computer is on the router.
Yeah.
And so through your network devices.
Bring your computer over.
But that ad hoc will take some calls to the network. And it'll give you added security because you're directly connected to this PC. You're not on the network. That's it.
What is this suit that you have with your shirt and your wrist?
This is an ESD wrist strap. ESD means electrostatic discharge. This is so that those little pokes you feel on the nose when you scooch on the carpet and go zap somebody. This is to prevent zapping the computer. So when you go to work on a machine, you clip it onto the chassis so you're grounded before you touch the parts inside. When you feel that shock, your body doesn't feel that shock until it's about 15,000 volts. And you can fry the machinery with as little as 12,000 volts. So you can fry the machine and not even know it.
And that would stay shooting that for a while. I thought it was like your little Fitbit.
Today,
You want to plug it in, dude? So it's going to go in there just like that. Yeah. Right into those pegs. Nice. There you go.
Do you see one of the little prongs? Which one? The one closer to this? Or the one?
Closer to the
Okay.
Does that just
So
hang
come
out?
look at this.
Got an announcement. First of all, in case you haven't met me, which I think you have, my name's Dan. I'm on the marketing team here and part of our community outreach team. So, for those of you who haven't been here before, welcome. For those of you who have been here before, welcome again. How did everyone enjoy our little activity here? Awesome. Yeah? Do we have fun? Yeah. Yes. Did anyone learn anything? What did you learn? That they're electric? Cool. What's the ad hoc? Yeah. You know what's more awesome about that? You just taught me something. How cool is that? Okay, so we do have an announcement. We are going to let each family take one of our machines home tonight. And you can have this computer. You can do whatever you want with it. You can make your own ad hoc networks at home. You can tear them apart. You can put them back together. You can learn more. These are your machines. And the only stipulation is you have to learn something with it. Okay? Is everyone okay with that? Yeah. Yes? Awesome.
Oh my God.
Awesome. So, thank you guys. Don't apply for me. It's for the group. So, can you give me just a couple of minutes? I understand you guys want to take a tour of our facility. So I gotta get some stuff together real quick, and then we'll go for a very quick, hasty walking tour with some rules, obviously. But we're gonna have a little fun taking a look at what we do here. All right? Thanks for coming out, guys.
Can we see the whole bathroom?
Yes.
Thank you.
And we're recording.
All right, we're gonna make this extra special for the kiddos, obviously, because kids like special things. They like doing special, so I guess this is customer service here. Just smile and welcome.
All right, guys. Who wants to see what we do here? Okay. So, there's going to be some ground rules for going around the facility. Everybody has to wear one of our visitor IDs when we go around. For those of you who are shorter, you need to be with someone that's taller. Okay? You need to be prepared. So, another ground rule, I need these back when we're done. So, stay with your tall person. Don't touch anything unless I tell you to touch it. Don't pick anything up unless I tell you to pick it up. There is some dangerous things around here, so we want to keep our hands and arms together. We want to stay with our adults, and we want to do this as safe as possible, okay? All right. So, here you go, Eli. Make sure you put it around your neck. All right. One of these eventually will go. All right, there you go. There you go. Where are these? Three of you are going to have to go together. Just wrap them up. All right. Who else needs one? Come on. There you go.
The adults need them?
The adults need them as well.
Okay.
All right. That's why I grabbed so many. Oh, yeah. There you go. Okay. Yes. Give these to your parents. We don't want your parents getting lost. Because it's very difficult, I know, for you to see over the steering wheel, so it will be hard to drive. All right. Everybody have an ID?
Yeah.
All right. Follow me. Okay, this is our first stop, guys. This is called our 3D printing area. So you know how when you have a printer like this, it prints out paper, image on it? So what these things do is they take a file from the computer and they print 3D. So this is actually printed.
Eli asked if you can touch it. Oh, sorry.
And we can do anything from these little sculptures to something more complex like this. You see that?
Cool.
So these are actually printed right here on these machines. Now, back in the olden days, what they would do when they would make stuff in factories, they would take this big block of steel and then they would drill it down, right? And that's called subtractive manufacturing. Okay, can you say that with me? Subtractive? Subtractive manufacturing. This is called additive because we're not taking anything away, we're adding to it. So this technology is relatively new in the past 10 years or so. But instead of just plastics, they are printing with concrete now and steel. So the future of manufacturing is going to look almost exactly like this, but it's just on a scale. Does that make sense? So there's even a company over on the other side of the world that can print houses. Isn't that cool? So what we do here is we take the big ideas of 3D printing and we break it down into tiny little parts so that anybody can understand it, anybody can learn it, and you can take those ideas and you can make whatever you want. Yes?
I've seen a video at my other school. We did Scholastic, and I've seen, and one was about 3D printing. We saw one of the videos, and the videos he was making different chunks of plastic that looked like and he put them all together, and it would look like a castle, so that his daughters would have to play a place instead of buying one.
Isn't that the coolest thing? And instead of having to invest a super big amount of money, you can come here and just learn how to do it. And do it. And that's what we're all about, because we want everybody to know how to do this, because we think it's cool. You, sir, you've had your hand up for some time. That happens to me all the time.
What did I say?
I did a 3D print yesterday.
Yeah? That's cool. Did you have fun? Did you want all your friends to learn how to do it too? Yeah, me too. Me too. So one more thing before we take off here, I just want to mention this. You know how, okay, look down at your shirts, right? You got designs on there, yeah? How did those designs get there? Magic? Wizardry? No! No! Well, yours, yes. Obviously so not. But like, this guy, I actually made this right over there on that machine. So what we can do is we can design our own images, and then we can put them onto material like shirts and jackets, and hats, and coffee mugs. Yes!
My older sister has one.
Does your sister let you use it?
No, she's an in-law.
She's an in-law. You'll have that. You'll have that. All right. Do I have any other questions here before we keep moving? No? All right. And the tour moves on. We are going to go down some stairs. Be very careful, one step at a time. No jumping, no touching anything. Hang on to the guardrail. Through this door. Before we go down through this door, this is our AV department, and that stands for audio visual. This is closed to everyone except for our audio visual team, but we have 4 studios in there. We've got a live room, we've got an editing room, we can do animation, really complex animation too. So who here watches a cartoon TV show? I do. I watch all of them, right? So we have the ability to make that level of complexity in a cartoon show right behind this door.
You should mention your dinosaurs are wrong.
I should mention your dinosaurs are wrong. Okay, so we do a show that we put on the YouTubes called Your Dinosaurs Are Wrong. So one of our absolutely genius paleontology geeks takes the dinosaurs that they make for you in the toy stores, and he breaks them down to what they actually look like and how they actually behave in the time period that they were alive. And we call this show Your Dinosaurs Are Wrong. They're actually, I believe they're shooting a new episode this week, but this is some of it. These are all breakdowns of how the animals work, how they behave, what their biology look like. So when we start talking about learning stuff, yes, playing with dinosaurs is cool. I believe everybody in this building that is on staff plays with dinosaurs because dinosaurs are awesome. Yes. 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 So we are all about learning about dinosaurs and telling everybody what we learned about dinosaurs. Yes, sir.
We have a boy at our house that loves dinosaurs.
Is that for you?
No.
Do you not love dinosaurs? You do, of course. Okay. So, if you guys are interested, I can give you a link before you leave. Obviously, all of our videos are free, so I'm not making a commission. I'll give you a link to that. You can check out our cool dinosaur videos. Okay? All right, we're gonna go down the stairs. Hold on, hold on. One step at a time. Hands on the railings. Okay? Careful as we go. No, that's closed. That's where we keep all of our secret machines. So let's wait here just a second. Okay, what we're about to walk into is called our main demonstration hall. There's a lot of stuff going on in it right now. And there's always a lot of stuff going on in this room. So I'm going to tell you, for you adults, I will give you the highlights of our adult stuff, and I will give the highlights for our cool short people, what is interesting to you guys. So, what we have in here are a lot of milling and manufacturing machines that allow us to work with metals and wood. We are building a flight simulator in here that is like a cockpit you sit inside of, and it tilts on 6 axes, so it feels like you're actually in the airplane while you're learning. Sorry, 3 axes. We have something called a sheet router. What this does is it very precisely and mathematically drills out any material you want down to precisely the thing you need it to be. It's that subtractive manufacturing I mentioned earlier, huh? Makes sense. And then we have a robot cage, and that's the cage that keeps our robots in. So So as we go in, you're going to see a lot of computers standing up and all over the place. We got big donations in, and we're trying to clear it out. So we're working through that as we go. So we're going to walk in real quick. I'll give you some highlights, and then we'll keep moving. Follow me. All right. So over here on your left, my right, this is the robot cage. And inside the robot cage are right now 2 former manufacturing robot arms. And these robot arms used to build cars. Unfortunately, they are buried right now in the process of being reprogrammed. Otherwise, I would show you a really cool program with them. Just use your imaginations. But what we can do with those is we can teach people how to play around with big, cool robots. The sort of thing that you think you need like a degree and a ton of education for, you can learn here really, really quick. Were to be up and running, I'd let one of you start the program and run it. We could all have a good time. Over here, this giant thing that's being torn apart, this was an oven. This was an industrial oven. So inside of, how do I break this down? Do you guys know solar panels?
Yes.
Okay. Inside the solar panels, there are very small little chips, like silicon chips. And those go into what's called a photovoltaic cell. What this guy did was make those tiny little chips that go into the photovoltaic cell. And what we did is we took this machine and we ripped it all apart because we like ripping things apart, and those little pieces of this machine are super useful, and we can use them to make even cooler stuff to play around with. Right? Okay. I don't think we can go any further into this room without me tripping. It's not you guys, it's me. I will trip and hurt myself. So we're going to shoot this way. I will show you the wood shop room real quick. And somebody wanted to know where the robot bathroom is? You did, and you did. It's right over there, right to the back of our robot cage. You guys are also going to see a lot of airplanes, right? So we have a full RC laboratory down in the basement. I don't think we're going to have time to get to, well, maybe we do.
Yes.
Of course we do. So all of us here are kind of airplane nerds. Most of us. VJ, are you an airplane nerd? Not so much. We'll pull you over to the dark side. So we all like, apparently except VJ, we all like to fly. We like to learn how to fly. We like to fly around different machines. We like to build them. We like to race them. I have been hit in the head a couple of times by little droids or drones that fly around our office because my desk partner likes to fly around drones a lot, and he likes running into things because he's not particularly great at it. He's just learning. But that's okay because this is a place to learn. So whenever you see an airplane, it is an RC airplane. It can be flown, and it can be learned how to fly. So let me sneak by you so you guys can follow me. So when I said we had something called a sheet router, right? Everyone remembers when I said the sheet router bit was a really thing. This door we made in it. So this door didn't take that long for us to make. It basically what the machine did, we plugged in the design, it milled this out, and then we put the door back up. And that's something we can just teach people how to do. It's something we want everyone to have access to. How cool is that? It's this logo right there. Why? All right, follow me. We're going to sneak through here.
I feel like I'm in my grandfather's workshop. It's just got that old school.
Do you need that random bulb? That's
Yeah.
A lot of people, and we take all of these machines apart, we put them back together, and we make them work. And then we make sure people have access to them, right? Because having access to technology is
I was
cool.
thinking Drew
Right?
needs a computer.
Right.
And they said they have a program where they sell them.
Exactly. Exactly. So now you see how important it is.
Yes.
Alright. Follow me, we're going to shoot through here. Alright. This is our wood shopping, woodworking department, our wood shop. So what I'm going to have you guys do is just file around here and wait at the top of the stairs, okay? But anything you want to make with wood, you can do in here. Perfect. Wait at the top of the stairs, wait at the top of the stairs. Let me sneak by, let me sneak by. Sneak in, sneak in, sneak in. Alright. So as we go down through, we're going to go through our computer department. You saw all of our machines stacked up over there. Those are waiting to be worked on. What we're going to walk through is where we work on them. Okay? So again, this is one of those rooms where it's super important not to mess around with stuff. I get in trouble when I touch things. One time I walked in there when I wasn't supposed to be in there, and I almost got beaten. So, let's be very careful as we sneak through.
Are you guys, people donate? Is that what you're at? That's cool. Corporation donation?
Yep.
You're it!
We think that it's really cool to be able to build it yourself and make it do exactly what you want it to do, exactly the way you want it to do it, every single time you want it to do it. Right?
Right.
Who can think of a cool application for that? Yes.
Maybe.
Oh, it's a space
heater.
Like, wow, what's up right there? What is that?
No, I'm talking about technology itself. What do you think you could make with a computer?
What?
If you could make a computer do anything you want.
If I could make a computer do anything I want, I'd probably program it to do 3D printing and work as a regular computer.
Boom. I like that. That's cool. That's cool. Now I think I need to learn how to do that. You've given me a challenge. Alright, follow me. Alright, we're going to walk through an area that we're using for storage right now. It's a little cold, so we're going to shoot through here as quick as possible. So hold the door open and follow me, guys.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What? The monitor, the computer. Oh, the old, everybody had to have one of those. They were the...
Okay. So everyone remembers those little circuit boards on computers, right? Now, where do you think those come from? From computers. No, seriously, where do you guys think they come from?
Machines.
That's a good guess. That is a really good guess. That is also correct. So, what we can do here in this room is design and make those little boards. So what those do, those little boards that you pulled out, they have really specific things that they do inside of a machine. They change which way the electricity goes in such a way to make the machine behave in such a way, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so what we can do, yes, so you can see here someone is working on this right now, but they've designed over there on that computer, they've printed it essentially on this machine.
Wow.
And now they've got it over here under a microscope, and they're soldering it all together. So what they're doing is building their own computer from the ground up. How cool is that?
That's cool.
That is the coolest thing. So who wants to go to Best Buy now? That's boring, right?
Boring.
All right, we're going to shoot through this room over here.
Oh,
Welcome to our aviation room.
Oh, airplanes.
So these are all of our airplanes.
Oh, I was like, where'd you go? Are you playing hide and seek?
So, there are two types of aircraft. I'm going to give you a quick lesson because I'm a super nerd about this and I love talking about it. There are two types of airplanes. There are those with wings.
Those aren't even the smallest.
They're called fixed wings, right? Because the wings don't move around. And then there are rotary aircraft. That's where the thing spins on top, right? Everyone? Okay. So helicopters and airplanes, right? So, between the two, there are 4 forces that act on these things to keep them in the air. Can anyone guess what any of those 4 forces might be? Yes?
Push.
Sort of, yes. Yes.
Force.
Yes. That is accurate. Okay, so to keep an airplane in the air, what you need, or what you have to begin with, is gravity, which goes which way?
Which is
It pulls it towards the ground. Right. Now, as you're moving through the air, who here has stuck their hand outside of the window of a car?
no.
What happens when you do that out?
I do that all the time.
Does it pull back?
Yeah.
That's right. Now that's called drag, and that pulls the airplane back. Now in order to keep it in the air, what do you have to do? You have to equalize those 2 forces. So on most airplanes, you'll have something that pushes it forward. That's called thrust, okay? And that, once that overcomes the drag, the airplane is no longer going backwards through the wind. And what the wings do, they create high pressure below, low pressure above, and that creates lift, and that keeps airplanes in the air. And that's a very complicated way of saying how cool are airplanes. Yes?
I have a question.
I have an answer.
So like the airplanes, how do some airplanes when they get up where there's 0 gravity, how long does it take them to get up there?
Okay, that is an awesome question. So,
We've reached 30,000.
okay, so the Earth is like this, right? Okay. Now what you've asked is a really, 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 really important question. And it needs to be answered, okay? Who here has heard about Isaac Newton? Does that name ring a bell? Apple fell on his head, he discovers gravity, is what we say. But it's a little bit more complicated than that. So, what does gravity do? What do we think gravity does? Don't raise your hands, just say it.
It makes things fall.
Exactly. Okay. Now, the Earth is round, right? Okay. Now, we know that with gravity, it doesn't matter what drops, it all drops at the same rate. Yeah. If there was no air, you're absolutely right. But you're taking into account factors that we're not talking about. I love that question. That is so cool. So, because the Earth is round, imagine you fire a bullet, right? And that bullet goes out. But that bullet's affected by gravity, isn't it? So what does that bullet?
Falls eventually.
The bullet falls eventually.
Unless you pull it just right that it hits the target.
Right. So if the Earth is round, all right, and we're standing up here on the top of the Earth, and we decide we're going to shoot a gun that way, and we fire that bullet, and it goes, and it starts falling, but the Earth is round, and it's falling at the same speed, what happens?
It goes on going.
It keeps going. Isn't that the weirdest thing? So that is the basis of what we call orbital mechanics. So your question is, once something gets to a point where gravity doesn't affect it, how does it fall down? Well, gravity's still affecting it.
Really?
Yes, because just like that bullet going around the planet, gravity is pulling it down. It's just going at the right speed. So it's about what we call velocity. So in orbit, you've got things like the space station, or the space shuttle, or rockets, or whatever. And the reason why they stay up there is because they're going fast enough that gravity keeps them right around the Earth. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, since there's no particles, that's why if a rocket blasts off in space and you're in space, you can't hear the rocket.
I suppose you're right. I haven't been there to test that myself, though I intend to. Okay, any other cool aviation space related questions before I freeze to death and also you guys managed to make it out of here alive, or I die a cold death. No questions?
No.
All right, let's keep going.
I'm having fun just looking around. Where's the refrigerator with beer?
That's in the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
Not the gift shop. Something cooler than the gift shop.
Oh, wow.
All right, do we have everyone? One more stop, follow me. Okay. We are about to enter the most interesting part of our laboratory, and also the most dangerous. It is not in commission right now, but this is called our high voltage laboratory. Okay? Now what we do in here is we play with lightning. I'm not kidding. Lightning bolts. We can send them across the room in here. We can make them do cool things. We can take bits of aluminum and turn them from solid to gas like that. We can put between two ports. Enough power that the city of Grand Rapids uses an entire day, and a third of a second. So, follow me.
I'm scared. I'm not scared.
Pinball machines. This is really cool building. I know.
So,
every little corner has something.
Can you see those towers over there? Okay, those are called testicles. Now, over there on the wall, we have a power supply that's bigger than any other power supply in the entire city. What we can do is we can load into these towers lightning bolts. And we can fire them all the way across the room. Now, you see we have an entire cage here, right? Who can guess why we have that? Stop raising your hands.
Because somebody going is hurt, so if the cage was in here, so that you can close it so that when nobody gets hurt, so I don't have frozen, we'll have to call an ambulance.
Essentially.
Just in case, like, if it gets out of hand, it can hit the walls and since it's metal in and attract it.
That is very accurate. So what this cage does, it completely encloses our laboratory space. So, like you're right, if things get out of hand from lightning, it goes into this steel cage, and this is grounded on the other side of that wall down there. And on the other side of that wall are 12 grounding points. Now on your house, you have a giant copper thing that sticks down into the ground and it's attached to your house. So if your house gets struck by lightning, the lightning hits the point, goes through the house, and through the copper, into the ground, and dissipates. You have one on your house, we have 8 on ours, I believe. Yeah, we have 8 on ours. Because that's how much power we can play around with here. Now, who can venture a guess as to why that's important?
It's dangerous.
Yes, that's kind of, yeah. Yes. Yes.
Say what? Also, so maybe if the lightning gets out of hand, say so if those lightning bolts, it won't destroy the laboratory and all the stuff in it.
This room's actually burned down 3 times. this room burns down more than any other laboratory in the city. So here's what it comes down to. We can play around with stuff in this lab that you can't play around with anywhere else, and we can learn really cool stuff, and we can watch stuff happen on like a really cool level that you can't see anywhere else. So when we start talking about lightning, we're talking about electricity, and that has other properties that go with it too. It has magnetism. It interacts with objects in weird and cool and mysterious ways. When we put that much electricity through a little piece of aluminum and it disappears, it does really cool stuff that you don't see anywhere else. The aluminum goes up in this bright flash with a big bang, and there's this massive explosion. And then we can talk about electromagnetism, where we take that same amount of power, but we put it into an electromagnet, a little quarter. Who can guess what happens when we magnetize a quarter? Yes.
When you magnetize the quarter sticks to the magnet.
Yes, but in the opposite direction. So, instead of the quarter sticking to something, when we put that much power through an electromagnet, the quarter becomes magnetized. And it wants to get away from everything else that's magnetized, and it shrinks. It gets smaller. But it's the same amount of material. So it becomes denser. And thicker. It seems like you're right. Yeah. So I actually have a couple of examples we can take a look at on the way out. But it's the coolest thing in the world. Now, why do we do that? Aside from the fact that it's really, really stupidly cool. Well, we like physics. We like playing around with it. We like learning about it. Because these are the kind of forces that created the universe. This is the sort of stuff that governs the way stuff moves around, the way atoms interact. It has everything to do with how your computers work, to how chemistry works, to how glass is made. Everything has to do with these big forces and big ideas. And as soon as someone starts talking to you about math and numbers, for me, I get lost immediately. But someone throws a lightning bolt across the room, that I can understand. And we can take these big ideas of physics that require a lot of math, and we can break them down into something you can just immediately see. How cool is that? Very cool is the answer. Extremely very cool. Yes?
If when the lightning bolts strike, can't it come out the big opening?
No, because we have doors open up here. Good question. All right. Follow me. We have one more stop. Ah, and my leg has fallen asleep.
I know, right?
We're going to sneak through a big shop real quick.
I know I took a picture of the beta cam and sent it to Dan.
Needs computers. So, everyone gather around real quick. I want to show you this real quick.
Oh, ice cream. I have ice cream.
That's the quarter. It is the same amount of material, same mass, the same weight, but it's denser.
Tinier.
It is. It is, because we magnetize it, and then we put a stupid amount of power into our electromagnet, and the atoms and the molecules inside the quarter got scared, essentially, of that electromagnet, and it goes, zoom. How cool is that? Very cool.
Can it shrink any further down?
If we put more power, yes.
What is that? So, answer?
No, that's sort of an epoxy thing that someone made.
That's,
so everything you see in the shop here was made here.
Do you want me to answer that question? I can't answer what that is.
Yes.
That's a fulgurite. So that's what happens when you run a huge amount of power through sand. It turns into glass.
Yeah.
So we got a big pot of sand, ran a bunch of power through it, and then we put them in little epoxy blocks to sell.
There you go. That is electrified sand.
Yeah, so fulgurite.
Did you make all the quarters on here?
Yeah.
Beach glass.
Yeah. So
the sand comes from where?
Sand you buy from the hardware store.
Yeah. So the quarters are made in a machine we call Stomper. Stomper is in a bunker down in the basement, buried deep, deep below us, because when we put that much power through a thing, it's very loud and has a lot of kinetic energy, and we like to keep that you know, from sounding like we're blowing up. More than, I know, right? More than everything. So, everything you see in this store, we made right here. So as you're looking at stuff like mugs and t-shirts or earrings, whatever you think you can make, you can make. You just have to go out and get the information. Right? Cool. All right, I will meet you guys over in the lobby. I have to ask some questions real quick. Yes?
I'm sorry to do. Do you have any, is that why in some places there's a lot of storms, a lot
No, I had
is that why you can find, is that why you can find beach blocks?
That is.
I have a question.
Yes?
Is there like practically unlimited power for the magnetics to go in like the corner or aluminum or anything?
No. So, the way
question,
electromagnetism works is that there are certain materials that handle it better. Okay? Whether that's electricity or magnetism, what have you. There are some things, and this is called conducting. So there are certain materials that are good conductors, like copper. And there are certain materials that are bad conductors, like carbon, right?
The carbon's a good conductor.
You're right. I don't even know why that was, it's the first one. And so there are good conductors and there are bad conductors.
I did sign up.
Not carbon. Carbon's a great conductor.
The first one's
Copper, great conductor. That's why it's in all of our electronics. So what we have is a limitation with the elements we can use. So there are only a certain number of elements in the universe that we know. And what we can do is we can play around with ones that exist. And we can't play around with ones that can't exist. So there's a limit to how much electricity we can send through something because that's the natural limit.
So,
make sense? Yeah, buddy. You can ask your parents.
They are very.
So like, wait, so would the converters be like magnets? The ones
No.
for free?
No. Sorry.
What stars?
We 20? Yeah. So we've invented a machine that you put a quarter in and then you get $20.
I tell you what.
Yeah.
It's
all for the experience.
Right.
And it was so fun.
And
We've been ready to go.
Today's Captain's Vlog is brought to you with a generous grant from Luke the Mad Ginger O'Rourke.